For the record, I am the flesh and breathing man.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're breathing. So,
For the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion. I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under.
so have a seat. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right. Do you understand what it means to take a seat?
I do understand.
All right. So take a seat.
If I don't come here, warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that.
Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh, I'm going to stop you right there. And I want you to hear me clearly.
Judge Boyd takes a surprising approach in Sovereign Citizen Showdown. All right, folks, this isn't your typical courtroom clash. A sovereign citizen steps up to challenge Judge Boyd, but instead of shutting him down with pure authority, she takes a completely different route. Rather than the usual tough stance, she counters his arguments with patience and calm reasoning. It's like watching a game of 4D chess while he's still fumbling with checkers. Is this a genius strategy or just giving him too much leeway? Let's dive in and see how Judge Boyd expertly dismantles this courtroom challenger in real time.
Hello, how's it going?
It'll be better.
All right. So my understanding, you want to represent yourself? All right. You're more than welcome to represent yourself, but here's the thing. Everybody says that they can be an attorney because all attorneys do is talk. That's what people think. But they don't realize there's a lot of knowledge, experience, and wisdom behind that.
Absolutely.
So if you want to have a jury trial where you represent yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. But once it's set for trial, it's going to trial, and no one's going to be helping you. The state is not going to say, hey, we see that you really don't know the rules, so let me tell you this rule. They're not going to be doing that. My job is not going to be to help you with objections, help you with motions. That's 100% you. Do you understand?
I do. And are we on the record?
No, we're not on the record. But you want to put something on the record?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Sure. All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 2974, State of Texas Vector versus Hector Casanova. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? And are you Hector Casanova?
No, for the record, I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance to clarify any misunderstanding. I am not the legal fiction known as Hector J. Casanova that is on the information there. I just have a few questions to clarify some things.
All right. So if you would like to clarify some things, then the person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
Yes, I'm the flesh and blood man, Hector Casanova Jr.
All right. So you are Hector Casanova, correct?
I am Hector Casanova Jr., the flesh and breathing man.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're breathing. So what did you want to place on the record?
Well, first, I don't understand the charges that are being brought against me.
Mhm.
There are some clarifications I do want to.
All right. So just 1 second, but before we get to that, have you been given a copy of the indictment?
No, I have not.
All right. So we're going to get you a copy of the indictment. Just give me a moment. All right. Have a seat. We're going to come back on the record with this.
All right.
So we're back on the record in 2024 CR 2974, State versus Hector Casanova. All right, Mr. Casanova, here's the thing. And I want you to hear me clearly, right? I am not your attorney. The document that has been given you is a copy of the indictment. I'm not to give you information about your indictment. That's the indictment. That's what we're here for.
Right.
So any questions that you would have about that indictment, you're going to have to answer those for yourself. Otherwise, the person who will be telling you about what the indictment means and what the numbers are, that will be an attorney. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Reality check for sovereign citizens? Oh, you don't understand. All right then, time for a competency evaluation. Honestly, at this point, we might need a whole new law just for sovereign citizens. Imagine if there were actual legal safeguards to keep them from wasting everyone's time, like a mandatory reality check exam before they could argue their own case. Picture this. All pro se defendants take a test, and if they pass, they can represent themselves. If not, lawyer required. No exceptions. These people truly believe that saying, "I'm not subject to your laws," is some kind of cheat code to escape a ruling. Spoiler alert, it's not. The Constitution already covers everything, and no stack of pseudo-legal paperwork is going to change that. Maybe it's time for them to put down the crayons and face reality.
What that means is, for example, we can go off the record. I'm giving you a hypothetical. All right. Let's say you needed surgery and you're in the middle of the wilderness. You need surgery. And you tell me and you tell the doctor, guess what? I'm performing this surgery on my own. I don't need you. I'm walking out of the hospital. I'm going to go in the desert. Now, maybe the doctor would try to stop you and do other things. But if you go in that desert by yourself, don't tell the doctor where you are. You take a scalpel out in the desert by yourself. You don't get to call the doctor and say, "Hey, I'm in the middle of the desert performing surgery. I'm going to be my own anesthesiologist. I'm doing all of this." How do you do this? Because they're not going to tell you. It's the same thing here. You're saying that you do not want to be represented by an attorney. You want to represent yourself. So that motion, that indictment, I'm not to tell you anything about what that indictment is. The state is not to tell you, "Oh, this is what this indictment means. This is the range of punishment." Those are things that you're supposed to do. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. So just have a seat. This is what's going to end up happening. You're going to have an attorney. That attorney is going to come over to the court right now. You're going to speak to that attorney. After you speak to that attorney, we're going to go forward. Ms. Ferguson, can you call manage to sign counsel and let them know that we need an attorney over here? And that attorney will talk to you. That attorney will tell you what that indictment means. That attorney will tell you the range of punishment. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. Well, I don't know how I can further make you understand.
Are we on the record?
Yeah. All right. Norma, get someone from manage to sign counsel here, please. All right. Just have a seat and we're going to have an attorney come down.
I would like to ask some questions on the record, if I may, while I have your time here.
Oh, no. Let me just tell you, you'll have my time till 5 o'clock because that's how long we're here. What is going to end up happening is an attorney from manage to sign counsel is going to come down. Do you understand?
I do not understand because I don't feel like I am needing an attorney because I'm here to represent myself as the flesh and breathing man, Hector Casanova Jr. Let's see. All right. So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova
Just one
Jr.
second.
the accused
Just
in
one
the-
stop.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're on the record. So what did you want the record to reflect?
So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova Jr., the accused in this criminal action, has asked the court to divulge the nature and cause of the accusation upon the authority of the Sixth Amendment, and that this court has failed in its duty to inform me of the nature and cause of this action.
Sovereign citizen digs himself deeper in court. This guy is in free fall, and every word out of his mouth just speeds up the descent. He can't even keep track of his own lies. The judge spelled it out crystal clear. Yet he's still sitting there, acting clueless, like pretending not to understand will somehow rewrite reality. It's almost as if he thinks stalling will make his sovereign citizen script magically start working. Newsflash. It won't. In fact, it's just getting painfully embarrassing. How do you walk into court, hear exactly what you're charged with, and then act like facts don't exist? At this point, it feels more like a performance than a defense. And let's not forget, lying in court? That's perjury, and that's a real crime. The judge sees right through him, and honestly, this is going downhill fast.